Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wayne. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. Isn't this a lovely morning light that we've got coming through? So, feels very etherical. All right. Tuning into the energy, seeing what divine messages, what are the most important messages for the viewers. Thank you. Interesting. We'll take it. What are the current energies? What does the viewer really need to know? Thank you. What's hidden? Thank you. All right. Now, advice and outcome. Thank you. Alrighty. So, in the past, we had felt like two separate messages coming in. Very interesting. One is the sun. Can you see? There we go. One's the Sun and Page of Pentacles, and the other is the Page of Wands in reverse and the Devil card. Feels like there's a lot of messages coming in. Okay, so one message is that you were bringing in the energy of truth and clarity in the past. Ready to be happy, following your desires, following your light. And it looks like by bringing in the energy of truth in your past and clarity, a disinfectant, the sun's like a disinfectant, then it looks like you had to rework things, relearn things. Bringing this truth, this clarity, this sunshine energy in the past, I think it lit up, and you recognized, oh, I can finally see some things clearly in my environment and within myself that are not true, do not hold water. And so it feels like you reworked things. Maybe had to start over, figuring things out from a different way of being. Looks like you might have been in a codependent, toxic connection with the Devil card here. It feels like this person in the past that you were in it feels like a toxic connection with, codependency maybe, trauma bond. It feels like you were, what you thought you were operating in, what type of relationship, what type of person you were with, feels like was obscured by the toxicity of the relationship, of unhealed wounds. And it feels like this person it feels like there's so many messages here. It feels like this person does not know how to handle their emotions very well at all. And it feels like they make everybody in their environment responsible for how they feel. So everybody is walking on eggshells around this person. There's a lack of maturity. This person, it feels like they want to continue with this toxic way of being, and feels like they have a lot to say negatively about you reworking things, maturing, wanting something better for yourself. feels like you're going on a route, a pathway within. It's very different than this person. I don't feel like this person has that gear, that ability to change, to rework things, or they're unwilling, unable. Anything else about the past? Yeah, wow. This person's emotionally immature. Oh, this person also, boy, this person's very immature. Repeating patterns. Demanding everybody sees things the way they see things. This leads to, if this person isn't already mentally unwell, this very closed way of perceiving the world is rigid thinking, rigid emotions, but they should completely be able to go after whatever they want because they want it. So this person, it feels like it's impossible to communicate with them because there's so much deception and they've lied so much to themselves that there's not a... I want to say this with compassion. I'm not trying to vilify this person. This person feels very lost. They've lied so much to themselves to create some type of reality where they're the good guy. And they can't have, their ego can't have that they do anything wrong. And they've set up their world in that way. So everybody else is wrong. This is someone who would enjoy sitting around and putting other people down to make themselves feel good. It feels like that's a self-soothing activity. This is someone who's very critical of others, but they can do no wrong. They're emotionally and mentally stunted, really. This is like a child in a grown-up's body. So I can see why you wanted to leave this environment. There also, with so many page energy, there might be children involved in this. This person might have even triangulated. If you had children with this person, turn them against you. I have a great deal of compassion if that's the case for the children. And I would not place myself as a victim to those children's behavior. It could hurt, and your feelings are valid, but the beliefs that you create from those feelings and any way that you're... there's something here about holding compassion for everybody involved. I'm just going to move on. All right, so in this current energy, we have 7 of Cups. It looks like you're spoiled for choice. You have a lot of options. It feels like there's a time in the past when you were in this connection with this person that spoiled for options was not. This is wonderful is what I'm trying to say. So you don't know, this fella doesn't know what's under those cups. Trying to make a choice, trying to make the best choice with the information, like what he can see on the outside with investigation. So it feels like there's a lot of options for you. That's interesting. The Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords, new energy came in as a challenge. Something is stagnant in this space. Why is... I get the feeling that there's is possibly Ace of Cups, love, potential, and Ace of Swords, truth, victory, under one of those or many of those cups. It feels like this person has a limited belief system that they're going to repeat the past. Maybe because you have. Maybe you have been in repetitive cycles for a long time. And so you don't believe that there's love and truth and victory and so that's what's slowing things down. What does the viewer need to know? What would be helpful to understand why these are challenges? Okay. There's some truth. King of Swords energy. There's some truth about Nine of Pentacles reverse, Two of Cups reverse. About the breakup in the past, about codependency, about not being independent. What's this truth coming out? It feels like this King of Swords is seeing something clearly about a lack of independence. Some message coming out. It feels sudden. It feels shocking. The way this card is. But the King of Swords isn't facing the viewer. It feels like it's a message from a distance, maybe coming in. For some of you, it feels like this person from your past might be getting remarried. This does not feel like, it feels like the same type of relationship, a codependent relationship, very out of balance. Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor. What does so there's options on the table. It feels like for some of you, there might be your past person, this person from the past might be announcing that there's a marriage on the table or some celebration. Feels public, out in the open, but this isn't loving. This isn't a happily ever after. It feels like it's being portrayed as such. It's because this person repeats patterns. But it feels like if this is your message, it feels like looking like they've moved on. They're just repeating the same pattern, though. This is not happiness, no matter what it looks like. But there's something about you might be competitive with this person or feel some sort of way that this means that they have a victory, that they've moved on, that they've found love, that somehow it says something about you. Or it affects what options you take going forward. Who's the Knight of Cups? Oh, someone bringing stability, security. This person's saying a lot. It feels like this person is not being tactical at all. It feels like they're being very open with their communication. And with the Magician coming out, it feels like this person wants to co-create with you, wants to, or they see you, that you have everything that you need. There's something here, a message for somebody who's worried about optics, worried about what this person from the past is doing, focusing so much on what they're doing and somehow how they operate and their success or lack of success somehow means something to you or says something. Someone's coming forward. It feels like the Knight of Cups is someone being honest, someone who does care about you, but they're spilling the tea. They're telling some truths. Feels like this helps you move on, make some changes in your life. Maybe this helps you realize that this is really over, or it just feels like there's a lot of emotions coming up. Or I keep getting like you're comparing what it looks like. Does this person looks like they're more successful than I am because they've moved on in the relationship? There's something here that's kind of holding you in a limited point of view. There might also be like feeling that being alone, not being in a relationship or something, or not, it feels like you might be criticizing yourself or judging you or wanting some type of win. And what's interesting is it looks like you have a lot of options, with Seven of Cups being the overall energy, that you're spoiled for choice. Maybe it's because you're focused on this person from the past. There's still some type of hurt, anger, frustration, resentment that's still unresolved. You know, what I'm getting is if we leave this person out of it, it feels like there might be some hurt that you didn't see this, that you thought you were in a different relationship, thought you were with a different type of person. And so it feels like you've worked through who this person is enough to realize that they are not for you. But there's still some frustration, some energetic catch. So I'm going to suggest, it feels like some of you are ready to forgive yourself for believing this person, for not recognizing what type of relationship you were really in. You didn't know what you didn't know. Some of you, it feels like you're taking the consciousness where you are right now and applying that consciousness to the version of you in the past that was in this relationship and didn't see it. And frustrated, you're really like angry with yourself. Angry that you're going to repeat patterns. What I'm getting, so the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords as a challenge makes sense now. That when you knew better, you did better. And there's a need to forgive yourself, to love yourself, to instead of judge yourself past you that was unhealed, loving yourself. If you're stuck in past memories with this person, you can, instead of going over and over and over and over and over again and talking about it exactly and keeping that story solid, might be part of the problem. Another way, how can I tell this story in a different way that shows growth, shows understanding, shows compassion, just changes the story so we can get a different perspective? How can I bring self-love into this? How, instead of going right back into the story the same way I have, how can I instead stop the story and send loving energy to myself? It's okay. It's all right where you are. There's nothing wrong with where you are. You needed so much support. It would be very helpful for you to send that support to yourself. I found that's a way to kind of loosen the grip of the story in the past. Start telling it from a different perspective. All right. Let's move on to what's hidden. We've got the Page of Cups, Six of Swords reverse, Hanged Man, and the Tower. Okay, so Page of Cups. Sweet, innocent, loving energy. Maybe a little naive, but very sweet. Okay, so I'm getting that's you, Page of Cups. Feels like someone took advantage of you. Maybe you were a bit naive, kind-hearted, meaning well, sweet, gentle heart. It feels like this person in the past made the environment very scary for you, unsettling. So you were always walking on eggshells around them. This person positioned themselves as the authority over you. It feels like you were constantly trying to make it work. That's kind of how this relationship works, is you need to center them, how they think, how they feel, how their perspective, and you constantly have to decenter your own feelings, your own emotions. This person gaslights, makes your reality not true until you even question your own reality. So this person, it looks like, slowly first hooks you in, sweet, maybe a bit naive, maybe over trusting. And it feels like the gaslighting, your perspective is just diminished over time. This person demands that you sacrifice yourself completely in this relationship. Center them, lose yourself. They just deny your reality. Deny. You're deny. And it feels like from your perspective, you're like, well, this is the person that I love, and this is the person that I believe that loves me. And so this person wants the best for me in this relationship. And so, yeah, it feels like you went along with this or were coerced as well, but you kept choosing this relationship, kept choosing this person until the tower, until the false reality that you had co-created with this person fell apart, until the reality, truth came in. That's that sunlight energy that you brought in. It looks like it created a tower, and you realize this is not. Yeah, and that's when Six of Swords, when you could move to calmer waters, when you realize that this person is just going after whatever they desire. They are childish. So it feels like in this relationship, maybe at some point when you first met this person, you were on equal grounds. Maybe you both were very young and immature. But it looks like you wanted to mature. You wanted to grow. You brought truth into the relationship. And boy, did that explode the whole thing. Because this isn't true. This is a false reality this person creates. And then there's also the empowering part is recognizing your part. This person feels very narcissistic and demanding, and I might be talking to somebody who's an enabler, someone who believes, gives constant, chronic, hopeful benefit of the doubt to a toxic degree. So you allow, through your own mental workings and unhealed trauma, that you are in a relationship with someone who's toxic. You by are toxic as well, by becoming so close to and trying to get this person, this toxic person, to care about you, instead of, it looks like, eventually realizing, oh, this is never going to lead to my happiness. It was never meant to. This person took advantage of my unhealed wounds, and they remain unhealed, and they've never intended to have a healthy, equal relationship. They've always intended to dominate and center themselves in the experience and dismantle you and your reality. Whew. There's so much page energy here. Okay, so also in the past with the pages, there was a message of this person, if you have children with this person, maybe they've triangulated, tried to control the narrative. What I'm getting here is be yourself, stay authentic, deal with the wounds and the hurts and the emotions that come up with this, but it feels like there's a space. If you play the long game, that your kids will figure it out, as long as you don't become engaged in this type of energy. If you don't meet this person at their level, if you find your own energy, be yourself, don't engage in this triangulation, fighting over the kids, trying to get your kids to see yourself or your perspective. Feels like that's more of an egoic fight. There's something here about just creating a space on the outside of your aura for someday when this child, no matter what age, your child, when they're ready, maybe we can connect and work on our relationship. There's also something about not seeing when you're in a toxic relationship, it's hard to see your complicit, you're part of it. And I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm just saying to create grace and compassion for everybody involved in this situation. All right. There's something here about no matter if your ex or whoever this is bringing children into this, people will see that this is the falseness. Eventually, the kids have that capability, or that's a potential. But if you engage in and try to fight it in this energy, try to fight for everyone to see your perspective and see you, then you might be, that's not what I'm perceiving. There's something about focusing on who you prefer to be. There's something about something. There's something about something. Bars! She's... That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah, this is this... Okay. So this is I'm getting a lot of messages here. Okay, so there was something here in this main energy about some type of message about possibly your ex with someone else or getting married, remarried for some of you. And it might have, for some of you, this might have been the third party. And so it stings, to say the least. It hurts. Like, you might be perceiving, well, they're happy. Why couldn't I have been the one for, there's something there. It feels like you might be, projecting onto them, thinking that this is that they win, or there's something mixed there with emotions and hurt from the past. And if that's the case, I'm getting that this is not a happy relationship, no matter what it looks like. It's the same patterning as I'm perceiving it. And the messages that I'm getting is that the divorce or breakup from this person happened for you, that there's so much past this story waiting for you. All right, I'm going to move on. All right, outcome and advice. We have 8 of Cups and 10 of Swords in reverse. Feels like walking away, even though there might be emotional attachments. The worst is over. Feels like the 10 of Swords is a yellow card in the tarot deck, and yellow means happy. It's positive. So it feels like there was a painful ending, but it was done for you, for your benefit, because there are all these emotional attachments and a need to address. Because you show up as the Page of Cups, very loving, very sweet, kind-hearted, might you consider that your heart is big enough that you can still have feelings for this person? Loving feelings, angry feelings, resentful feelings, betrayal, a lot of emotions attached to this person and to this relationship. Can that be true? And also loving yourself and being emotionally mature enough to realize that you love yourself more. You are more attached to and loving yourself and caring for yourself than whatever emotions you have for this person. And so even though there are emotions, that you are taking care of yourself and walking away and detaching, because the mature person realizing even though there are emotions and care or even anger and hate, those are still emotional attachments, and to love yourself more than whatever these attachments are and make decisions from that. I think this person has shown that they're not for you. Let people believe whatever they want about this person. It feels like a level of maturity to just detach from this person. Wow. And so then what's coming to light is that you're a leader. You're taking the lead and creating independence for yourself, abundance. Feels like there's something that, something big that you are working on personally or working towards, taking action towards. That's coming to light. This feels like a lot of drama and a lot of need for compassion for everybody involved, yourself included. Like, it's okay to have these difficult emotions. It's okay to have these complex emotions. I'll sit with the emotions and I will continue to make decisions that are best for me moving forward, for the highest and greatest good. So not making decisions based on the complexity of emotions, but holding space for that, making decisions for yourself that are best for you. It feels very grounded in this. So, wow. Interesting reading. Hope that's helpful. Take care. Bye.